Hey there, superstars. Welcome to 2025. Yes, that's right, my friends. We have made it. We've made it into a new year. And first off, I want to start by saying thank you all so much for your support over the last year, the comments, the thumbs up, even the thumbs down. You know, the fact that you're even watching my videos. I'm just so grateful and in awe by not only all of you, but also spirit and all of the wonderful magical moments I've had during this past year. And so thank you. Now, let's get into 2025. We have entered a whole new year, and I'm hearing a whole new world. You know, at the end of 2024, I hope you are able to take some moments to just kind of really sit with yourself and, you know, release those things that you really didn't want to take into 2025, because 2025 is a year of change. And when I felt into it, the exact words were radical change, ... and acceptance. So feeling into the energy of this year, it was like there's a lot of change happening, and we've already felt this momentum building from 2024. It's been pretty nuts, really. If you look at the external reality, it's been pretty nuts. But it's like all of what's been happening within us throughout those years of clearing, of transition, of change, of whatever it is now being released through Gaia and through our world, through our lives. And 2025 is another year of that, but it feels like it's even more stronger, more intense. Now, the way that they've showed this to me is like layers of how this is going to impact people depending on what you've signed up for in this life and where you are in your journey. But the way that they're showing me, number one, the general consensus, the general message is to stay in your own lane, because this year is going to bring about a lot of noise, a lot of things coming up to be released. I'm seeing a lot in the social avenue, the social media, or just media in general. That's going to continue into this year, and it's going to get louder, is what I'm getting. Also, from a political standpoint, this world, our political system is going to change, and we know that already, right? We know that in the US there's a changing of the presidency and whatnot. I'm not a political person, so I'm sorry if my terminology is incorrect, but there is a changing of the guard here from a political standpoint, but as well as a shift of the political system. There has to be. Okay, because it's all connected, all these countries, or I should say all these worlds, right? Because each country has its own global world. It's all changing. It's creating a ripple throughout all of these different, wow, weird, I'm hearing planets. And I guess, yeah, they're all individual worlds. So there's going to be a ripple within each country, right? Because it's kind of like when one shifts, one country shifts, the other one wants to shift. So kind of like, this is all I know, really. I don't know too much about politics, but for example, the whole tariff thing in the US, right? Donald Trump is like, we're going to invoke these tariffs for Canada. So Canada is now hustling and making that shift to create some sort of harmony between the US and what they need. And that's going to create a shift, and then another shift with another country and another shift. We know that, that's obvious. But with all of this shifting, hence the radical change, it invokes this need of acceptance. Acceptance of the change, acceptance of the rebalancing of the world from a political or economic perspective. Now, I'm also saying this on a social perspective, because they're showing me molecules now, because you're going to find that people will continue to leave the planet, right? So people will continue to transition, but not only transitioning out of like their life, this current life, but also within your own reality, right? So you may have friends or family members coming or going. And this is part of the changes that you've been undergoing through this process. And a part of your circle or your soul group or whatnot has been undergoing. You're going to find that people are going to bounce off and other people are going to be gravitating towards you. Trust the process. And I know it's difficult to not get into fear or attachment. Attachment is a form of fear. But observation is really key here, because as you step back and you look at the world, I feel like we're elevating to a higher level of our awakening, where we're going to see things a lot more clear than we have in the past. And that brings me back to the original message, or the original message that I brought in, which was, I hope you took that moment to clear out some of that past baggage, because you don't want to bring it and translate your reality in the same way that you used to. Because my friends, you've graduated. You've moved forward into this whole new world. The question is, what are you choosing to bring with you? And what are you really letting go of? Okay? Fine, I'll give the example of this one. So yesterday I was out taking a walk, New Year's Eve, and this swan, this male swan, he swam like right up to me. I have never been so close to a swan before. And he swam right up to me, and I went into fear. I was like, oh my God, these animals, because swans are like, they're like pretty strong guys, you know, if they can attack. And so I just kind of stepped back, thinking in fear a little bit, thinking, oh my God, this guy's gonna just like topple over me or something. But then I looked at him, not translating it through my mind. I looked at him and I knew what he wanted. He wanted food. The guy wants food. Okay, that's my rational mind translating it. But then my spiritual mind, my third eye, is showing me that there's something really beautiful that's approaching you. Why do you choose to look at it as either an attack or in a fearful state? Maybe it's just this beautiful moment of something wonderful approaching you. Tweak that perspective, because maybe that's what's blocking you in what you want, or with attracting what it is that you want. So I'm relaying this to you guys as you move through this year, you know, a year filled with a lot of dissonance. There will be a lot of beauty. The balance, right? The balance, the harmony. And so we're being called to keep our eyes open. We're being called this year to stay in our own lane and stay focused and in alignment, because amongst the dissonance, there is beauty that wants to go towards you, that wants to connect with you. Okay, so is there anything else? Each group is being, each layer, each group, soul group, you know, because we all come in on different waves, right, is experiencing something different. But what I did was I gave you a general message. Some will be experiencing a lot more dissonance. Others will be like basically on the other side, right, where it's more of a peaceful state. Those that are in the peaceful state are holding ground, are holding a foundation for those that are really going through that turbulent period. For those that will be experiencing more turbulent periods in this year, know this. You might want to come back to this collective message later on in the year. Know this, you got this. There's a reason why you're there where you are. It's because you're clearing something, you're strengthening something, but know this too shall pass. There's a higher picture in this. For those of you that are in the middle, right, that you're going to have moments of like, it's going to be up and down a little bit, up and down, up and down. You are harmonizing the energy within you and harmonizing the energies of the extremes in the global, the global energies. You're exactly where you need to be, in the middle ground, holding. So if you feel like things aren't moving forward in the upcoming year for you, where things aren't manifesting, things aren't moving, it's because at this point, whether it's just for a couple months or the full year, things aren't moving. It's because at this moment, on a global level, you are the balance, you are the scales, you are holding the foundation and the balance, the midpoint between all the ruckus and the lower level down here, and then the people that are up here. You're holding the balance to create harmony. And for those of you that are on the other side, the ones that are like holding that higher energy, congratulations. You've busted your ass, I have no doubt, to get to that point. And I'm getting really emotional. You are holding a frequency that's going to help pull people up. Stand your ground, hold the line, and remember that when something comes towards you and it's beautiful, open your heart and look at it through your eyes, not your mind, because it's time. All right? All right, guys, that's your collective message for 2025. I think I'm going to stop here. I may do a pick a card reading, I may not. Fine. Okay, let me just pull one more card. Sorry, I didn't even pull a card. I'm just going to pull one card for 2025. Spirit, one card for 2025. I know you want to come out. 2025. Cleansing. Bravery, oceans. Okay. Seems like intense, like it's intense, right? I ended this reading so beautifully and then I busted out these intense cards. What's up with that? So bravery and then oceans. What we have here, guys. Yes, this year is a year of purification. It's a 9 and therefore endings. But whenever there's an ending, there's a new beginning. Remember that. And so for overall, on a global level, there is a purification, there is a clearing out happening. Okay, and when there's that clearing out, what you will see this year as well is this regrowth. Cancel. Growth. It's not a regrowth of the old, it's a growth of the new, formulating around you, around us on a collective level. This is a year of greater connection to the higher light, a greater connection to your soul tribe, and for a lot of people, greater connection to, what do you call it? Like, I don't want to call you guys ETs. Like, I think of ET the movie when I think of ETs, but those from other planets, your connection to other planets, your partners, your partner in crime from like the other dimensions and other planets. There's greater connection, greater synchronicities that may be happening for you that's going to help pull you forward into greater connection to the divine. something higher. All right? Again, stay in your own lane. This is a year of balance as we're navigating. If you find, and I feel like there is a key here for you, like there's a key of water. The water element is really huge this year because it's like Gaia is releasing through the water. This year, I'm not quite sure, but I feel like there's a little bit of volcano stuff, like anger that needs to be released too, but emotional stuff just kind of coming up to be released for the majority, for most of the collective here. But it's a renewal energy, it's a new energy. So for some, a release of the old, and then for others, a surge of new emotions arising, okay? That better serve you, that better support you. Because we're all new again. All right? Balance, balance, balance is key. Balance is key. All right, guys, that is your reading for this collective energy. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing, blessed 2025. May it bring you all of your heart's desires and awe. With all my love, take care. Have a great day. Bye.